troll lane is very strong,
Yeah, I think
and we might see a really great game come out of Disruptor. This hero has a lot of potential. He is one of the longest range catches in Dota, and of course he has an instant silence. It's good versus the Queen of Pain, who was their pesky last pick. I can see it having a good game if he doesn't feed. Right?
If he doesn't feed. That's the critical ingredient. He needs to buy mangoes.
I hope for TSpirit that indeed the Disruptor will have a better game than we saw previously from SG. But we're going to find out. We're going to see how this one plays out. We're going to head over to Cat and T.
Prepare for battle.
I mean, he got the last pick in the draft. Like, in what year do you get the last pick, ultimate final pick of Disruptor? You know, it looks pretty good. You know, into Tidehunter, you're like a direct counter, and then into like Sven and the Omni Knight, you know, these melee heroes, gonna do a lot of work. So a lot of pressure right now on Miposhka to really kind of showcase what Disruptor can do in what is kind of like a perfect Disruptor game.
"30 seconds to battle."
Oh, did you get first blood?
First blood. My body cast upon the tides. I'll be here when you get back.
Yeah, that's the key thing here. Like, when you look at the score, Creepwave's currently sitting at 0, 1, and 2, where they play TSpirit and then Virtus Pro after that. So, like, getting the win here against Spirit, you know, clawing them back down into some, you know, bottom 2 contention, that's Creepwave's only hope, really, to get out of elimination. And in TSpirit, they got to play Creepwave, and then they got to play last place currently in the group stage, Thunder Predator. So Spirit's kind of got the easier road here. But yeah, a lot of emphasis right now on Creepwave. If they have any chance of getting out of bottom 2, they have to beat that team already holding that 4th spot right now, which is Spirit, their opponent. None. This is the first showing of Creepwave on the main stream. Yeah, it's great. I think, like, Creepwave as a team have this aura of just like jovial confidence, which is what carries them through these open qualifiers, and he's kind of slotted into that mentality really quickly. And you know, I haven't really been able to watch, you know, enough specifically on him individually, but I think he's merged well into the team already, where he's able, like, look at the first 2 bans. I think one of the bans was Invoker, for example. Like, he's already dictating the bans of the opponent, and like, he's looking like a good fit. But I think this series here will be kind of I'm going to just basically be focusing on him, really, because he is like a brand new player, right? Like, before this team, I've never heard of him. I didn't even see him on any other team. So yeah, this specific series will be kind of my eye-opener for Hancha specifically. Yeah, he's a machine on the hero, and that's why he's going to have to use a dissimulate to try and dodge from the dagger. And you know, there will be some cute dodges there. It's actually kind of hard though, because if Queen of Pain just walks straight into the wave, you know, it's going to be very minute time to be able to dodge that spell. Yeah, and you see that's mainly because of Chu on the line. Like, he just went and body blocked the small camp once again. The creep wave's right in front of the Tidehunter. And as long as Lion prevents that pull from occurring, he's going to be able to play the lane. Like, Disruptor Troll, they're so strong as a duo because if they use their spells, like, in front of their tower, they're going to be able to chase down the entire lane and then maybe get the kill. But when you got a Tidehunter who's already got a wand, double gauntlet of strength, like, he's not really going to die as long as the wave's here. So, yeah, just Chu really heads up, just making sure the pulls can't occur. He might die, though, for it.
Why do I enjoy this so much?
Dude, that always happens.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh. Still at the wand.
I'm grateful.
I mean, if they got the kill for sure, but I think realistically, when he's got the wand, 8 charges, like, realistically, no. Just go for the creep wave. Like, you killed the Lion, you've got the lane back to your tower. That's kind of the main thing there. Like, I just praise Chu on keeping the lane in a good position. They finally punish him. Accept that, get the wave into your tower, get the pull off, you know, start playing chill. But either way, they get back to the lane. They're going to now have to kind of recover from the fact they did lose a creep wave and a half. Also, today is the day where Mars is starting to win. Liquid earlier today played against Empire and got a victory. Virtus Pro just beat Tundra with it as well. Spoilers, by the way. So that is now, I think it's like 2 out of 11 games for the Mars. 12. Oh, there! Look at that. Oof, that's a great one. Is anyone still on 0%? Let me double check. Oh, okay. We got Rubik on 0%. Oh, that is, yeah, that's naughty.
Agents of the Void.
Yeah, the thing about Omni Knight Sven lane, it's very good at surviving, as we see Maposhka potentially going down here. Oh, yeah, he's going to die now. Bye-bye.
My
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Worthy tribute.
Easy. But yeah, going back to the idea of Sven Omni, it's like it's a lane where you kind of survive. You're never really killing anything, and I think that's why Spirit with confidence double picked the Mars Phoenix. Right, it is this aggressive lane. It's going to be able to poke and just constantly annoy and bully. And creep wave, I think the natural fix this is by making stacks. So as you see here, Chu's already making the stacks in the top side of the jungle. And right now, Chrysalis, he's probably around about a minute away from going, guys, I need to get out of this lane. I need to farm something. He's rushed the Morbid. He's accepted that the jungle will be his best friend very shortly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fishman's pumped up so many salves as well. It's about to get level 6, yeah. He's literally 1 creep away from level 6. There it is. Yeah, that's cool.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. The best thing out of this from Creep Wave is the fact that they use all their resources on Spirit, and potentially the catapult should die to just Crystal standing near the wave. So there isn't going to be that instant tower pressure that you might get from like killing the Sven into then taking tower Sven TPs away. So honestly, not the worst. Like that lane was already a disaster. So the fact that only Omni Knight dies there, that's pretty chill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Cool. But Poshka, he thought there was a ward because he was like, wait, Chu's going to hit me instantly after turning this tree. And he assumed it's the high ground, but instead puts on the low ground, which means his ward he just placed will get dewarded.
Under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, that's true.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'd actually argue no early on. I feel like in the early part of the game, that should be your support kind of tanking that play. And realistically, like the 30-second wards, that is best when it's a high ground 30-minute fight that decides the game. Vision is pretty critical. Yeah, it's a bit surprising still seeing Sven in the bot lane, like especially how well Mars and Phoenix did at bullying him. Like you would assume he'd try and move away to farm, you know, the deep parts of the jungle a little bit earlier. But then now he's died. This is during this respawn, he then gets to reflect. It's like, is bot lane the best place for me? And he's probably going to answer no. Yeah, as you see there, TPing to go deep part of the jungle and to start giving himself a game. But really nice vision already set up by Spirit. They've got this double deep jungle ward, one here and one there. Therefore, they might even look to smoke up, you know, Void Spirit plus Disruptor when he gets hit, or even the Mars to try and cut through and kill him once more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think right now,
scanning.
no, yeah, for sure. But like, I think it's the type of hero where if it does have this complete amount of free farm, the way in which you unlock the game with it is you have to park yourself in front of the tower that you truly want to defend, right? So when Spirit take this tower, bottom tower for free, and then move to mid, I want to see ATF move into that lane and just waste 2, 3, 4 minutes of time, which allows Sven to farm. So like these pos 4 tides, these offlane tides, like even with one item too, like they're going to be able to just AFK in front of the tower. And he actually comes into bottom.
Middle tower is under attack.
That's optimistic, yeah. Go back to farming, bud. Yeah, this is not your time to defend the tower. Yeah, like I didn't expect them to actually try and make a play bottom because they spent so much time, you know, allowing the tower to be hit. But now they come into mid. I'd love to see ATF just instantly run to mid and expect that natural movement of take objective into smoke. Like this is kind of very methodical, kind of textbook Dota from Spirit right now. I'd love to see, you know, the heads up from ATF. Nice blink. Yeah, there it is. Just clicking on all the heroes, seeing what they have in their sticky, and for some reason, Creep Wave, you know, the cool kids on the block, Tidehunter has a rapier, and Sven has bots too. Yeah. Well, it's a whole new, that's such a Zoomer thing, right? It's all the in craze. Gotta slap in like the weirdest item. I use that for, I think it's TP for me. That's pretty helpful. Yes. You should put like a... Oh yeah, you know, in those critical, you know, late game moments. The best one's having Mantle of Intelligence. You know, you can ping that when you make a bad play because you need to, you know, more intelligence, more brain power. Thank you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, a little bit surprised, I guess, Spirit aren't looking to defend this, but I guess they're respecting, you know, the Ravage, the hood on the Tidehunter, and the fact that Sven did pop ultimate. Maybe they try and get an exit kill, but it's a Tidehunter with hood.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
No, pretty good. Yeah, you're not killing him. Oh no. Yeah, and this is the nice thing about the hero, right? If you have that enabler behind, be it a hero that has sustain or a hero that has extra stun, like, you are able to just kind of run up freely. Like Spirit, when you think of their early damage, they don't really have it. Like, their draft is all about kite. When you see a first phase Sven, they're picking Void Spirit so you can dissimulate away, the Phoenix so you can egg after Sven's initiation, Troll the Battle Trance, and, you know, Mars, Arena, and Spear. Like, they're not picking heroes to 100 to 0 him. They're trying to, like, prolong the God Strength to then fight after. And I think that's kind of the repercussions they're facing right now as they look at this kind of, you know, raid boss Tidehunter just waddling around the map doing whatever he wants right now. Well, I like what they're doing right now. You know, just try and disconnect yourself from your carry, get into the middle of the jungle, maybe find a kill. Ideally not give Chrysalis an exit kill. But yeah, just kind of just force Creep Wave to move around. Like, we mentioned how Tidehunter is really potent right now, but that's because he's standing in like these re-fortified areas around towers. But with Spirit, they can cut through that, get the pickoffs. Creep Wave are going to feel a little bit disconnected. I mentioned it on the panel, the idea that Tidehunter and Sven, they want to farm the same area of the map, but that's if the map's small. If they take these early towers, you then are able to just farm that extra third of the map and it feels a lot more comfortable. So kind of Spirit, like they just did, they need to try and, you know, cut through. But they have a 2k lead, so it's not really that bad. Yeah, ever since that death at the 9-minute mark in his own jungle, he has, you know, drastically improved on kind of reading the map and where Spirit's going to be. And also, I think Fishman, like, if you look at the mini-map right now, there is not a single aggressive ward from Team Spirit. He's been able to, you know, expertly find these deep wards that Spirit have placed, which has allowed them now just to play a much more confident game because they have that clean line of, you know, 3 Radiant wards. If you want to enter our jungle, you're going to have to waste a smoke for it, or we're going to already be there with a hero. Yeah, Choose. I believe Choose got at least maybe 5 or 6, I'd assume, by now, based on the early Ancients that he's been doing. But I haven't seen the graphic as of yet. I think Spirit right now, they're accepting the fact that they don't need to be too proactive. I remember in a series they played yesterday, they were the ones being the aggressors from minute 15 to like 25, and they kind of failed every move they made, which meant the game, like the whole map felt super small. And I think they're kind of feeling that in this game, where they're losing their aggressive vision because they keep kind of ping-ponging from bot to top to bot, and they're slowing it down a bit more, which is like, if they play with just Disruptive Void Spirit, if they die, the net gain from that is Mars Troll are going to continue, you know, leading the net worth. So I like the fact that since yesterday, they have improved their way in which they want to, you know, find farm on the map, but also try and have this kind of indirect pressure. Like this bottom part of the map right now, in different games, you might have a hero on Creep Wave just standing idle here, waiting for it to come in, but they're just playing super patient. You know, they're hitting the creeps here, waiting, and, you know, they're taking away a third of the map from Creep Wave just through just not showing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think Spirit, they're happy taking this game, you know, to 40, 50 minutes plus. They've got all the kite and items will enable that. Creep Wave, once they get the BKBs on the QOP, the Sven, that's when they have to, you know, turn up into the game. They need to try and, you know, punish the Mars, punish the Phoenix, because BKBs will fully mitigate their entry into the fight. And they finally, through all the patience of only showing Void Spirit bottom, they are eventually going to kill off Hancha in the bot lane. So, you know, very good. We'll see. Finger.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So close.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I love Christmas. He's trying to go for the, you know, hit that one more time, I dare you. And this is the best use of the pick ball that I've seen so far at ESL1 Fall, where he's simply moving from the river to the high ground. Great stuff. What a pointless item. Mate, I've tried it, alright? I've been baited by it. You know, I turn myself into a little piggy. I start running around, and then there's a guy TPing around the corner. I'm like, what? I'm a pig. I can't. Ah, it's a shame. Like 10% move speed. It's a bait, right? Yeah. It should be... Oh, that's a banging item. Like, if you play like Bane or something and you're trying to get that nightmare off, that extra little 300, oof, it's good. But for, like, for the pig pole, don't make it 10%. Make it like... Make it 50. You know what? Make it broken. Give it like 100, 200 move speed. Let's get that piggy flying. Good blink.
Invisibility.
Yep. Yeah, that's when the game kind of gets to that stalemate where both teams are trying to farm in the same style, where it's like Tide by himself, Sven playing behind, and Spirit, they see through. It's like, well, we've got a BKB on Mars now. We don't really need to be, you know, we don't have to be scared of this Tidehunter anymore. We know how they're playing, and that's why they cut through, get the kill. And I think Sven, he's about, yeah, he just completed his BKB. So this is a pretty big timing now, where you got Tidehunter with the Blink Dagger, QOP with the BKB, Sven with the BKB. If they get a good smoke with vision advantage, they might be able to, you know, instantly execute this Disruptor, maybe cut through and kill the egg as well. And I like this from them. I like the fact that in this type of game where it's been so stale, it's super hard for Creep Wave to move into an open area, de-ward efficiently, and then take the fight. But around Roshan, it's pretty easy to get up the wards, and they poke their heads in, maybe trying to bait out a scan, and then smoke out after. So they're trying to make these like intricate small plays in the hope to continue to bait. But I honestly feel like they could have just stayed and hit Roshan. Like, just hold the area, get your own vision there, fortify this small part of the map, and just use your BKBs.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, now Godstrom's out. So with Creep Wave going for that kind of long wraparound smoke play into mid, you know, excellent pick off on the Mars. I didn't realize Line had the Blink Dagger, which simplified that engagement. It's now Spirit's choice where if they want to group up and smoke and look to find a kill, they easily can. Without that God Strength, without, you know, that immense amount of, you know, carry presence, they might even be able to take it themselves. Yeah. Spirit really is kind of changing up how they're playing since yesterday. Like yesterday, this would have been like a smoke right into the enemy triangle. You know, see what happens. They got the lead, but now they're playing in an area. Like if you look at the minimap, look how many sentries have been used in this kind of bottom quarter of the map. Like they are playing in an area where they feel comfortable. Now Creepwave, they're the team that are now going from an area that they're controlling in the hope just to find and barrel into Spirit. But a nice smoke break from Collapse there. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Get up there, boys. Yeah. But is it safe though? You know, like when you're playing this quick around the map, this lingering vision is very strong. And Creepwave have that Radiant Ward, really heads up play from Yatoro to move away, but he's still... Nah, he shouldn't be allowed to die. Yeah, he's not dying here. Collapse is really well positioned. This is very quick. Yeah.
One night, twice the damage.
Yeah, both teams having really heads up play on like where they're moving. And really trying to move around the map quickly. Alright, actually, this is a legitimate question here, or an idea. Do you feel that DDs should only ever spawn on one side of the river, maybe away from Roshan? Just like, like the fact that, I'm not saying like, realistically any other room, maybe Creative still go for that, but the fact that the DD is so, you know, delicately positioned at the foot of Roshan. Oh.
Radiant are scanning.
It does check out in logic. I'm just trying to work out if like that just sounds counterintuitive. You know, it's a DD. It's meant to, you know, double your damage, but the fact that it spawns, you know, 2 feet away from Roshan, maybe. I think I like the idea of it hitting Roshan. I respect that being a basic gameplay, but just the position of the room's a little bit cheeky, you know. Oh.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, true.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
20 seconds. Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice ult. The reaction from Mira there to get off the Yules, I was maybe expecting Spirit to try and layer in, but I think they just realized they should cut their losses, except the fact that they're probably running into the entirety of Creep Wave there. And I like the audacity from them. You know, they don't have the Aegis, but Sven, he has got strength on cooldown because you assume if they've taken Roshan, he's had to use it. So Spirit's still playing as if they have an advantage, but then they fall victim to the fact that they do just bump into them into an area where they don't have the control. Yeah, as we see here. So like Yatoro smoked in, and then on the ward sees him there. And then look at this.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Looks pretty good. And potentially here, Collapse could cover him with an arena, some spear, but like realistically, you're hoping for them not to press their BKB and then just to run over you. So yeah, I respect the fact that they didn't actually commit to that fight because like, they don't need to feel pressure on Spirit. Like, once again, even though Creepwave has the Aegis, we've seen time and time again these Svens where they get kited out going into the late game, and Spirit yet to take a big fight. Yeah, the reason why that fight went so well is one, your Mars is over farmed, where he has this like BKB, this nullify, he's able to survive a little bit longer, but also this outpost control. Phoenix was showing top at the very start of that fight, so Creepwave, they are playing with the confidence of Phoenix is top, just go in, we have an advantage. But he instantly TPs in, as we see the highlight here. So they go into collapse, he doesn't really care, he's shrugging off this initial damage. You see Phoenix then TPing onto the outpost, and then because of that BKB dodging the Earth Spike, that fight is completely now turning around. They're all isolated in. Disruptor has that immense value of Static Storm on top of Omni Knight, and they're going to fall victim to the fact that Sven, going into the later portion of the game with just the BKB, he is going to be kited out by the heroes of, you know, Phoenix, Troll specifically, and it's a difficult game for Sven unless he 100-0 someone. Yeah. Just look at the items that like Fishman and Chew both going for an 8 for them. It's like, oh guys, we can't be in the arena, we can't be in the Static Storm, so they are buying the items for this, and we might even see Fishman go for like a Force or a Blink himself just to have that extra little bit of distance away from him.
A gift from the Tempest of Thunder. Not that I needed it.
Yeah, I feel like Christmas right now, he's kind of hampering his game without buying a Blink Dagger. We saw Alliance earlier, that when Nika Baby played, even though they weren't able to win the game, the disruptive value of the Blink, where he's able to cut in and kill off these like squishier heroes that are unlocking the fight, like it is so good. And I think right now for Chrysalis, like he can't take a fight when he runs in purely with BKB, because then the Troll pops ultimate, you know, everyone dives away. But if he jumps in with the burst, he has a Daedalus, he has the Echo Saber, he can easily block these Phoenixes, these disruptors within the pure, like the stun itself. So I think right now the game is difficult simply because they're scared to take a fight, and that is just the missing Blink.
Помогите, помогите, помогите.
Radiant are scattered.
My soul is ready to be seen.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Go on, poke the tier 4 Spirit.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
dude, no, go test the buyback.
Radiant's middle
Go on,
barracks
if this
are
was a
under
pub,
attack.
your tire right now would be tickling those tier 4s. Ooh. Disciplined, alright.
Radiant's middle
yeah.
barracks has fallen.
Yeah, the key thing here, this game, this series, it's all about tournament life. As we see here, Chrysalis trying to hold the BKB as long as possible. And then, of course, the Static Storm comes in, connects it. Doesn't press the BKB. I believe when you get yours up, does he have Ags? Okay, I was going to say, like, if he didn't have the Ags there, he should be able to get the BKB. So, but yeah, just straight rushing the Ags there. That's such a filthy build. You forgo having glimmers and force and utility, but you just go for the axe. Like, this game was so like slow and methodical from both teams that it allows your teams to greed up, because you're not taking these constant cheap fights. Like, both teams subscribe to just AFK farm.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
My thanks will come
Radiant's
later.
top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, well, you can see from the moves from Creepwave, like when they first poked their head into Roshan and they started running bot, like they made a lot of like massive map movements, and that means that you're naturally not farming creeps, you're going to be at a slight disadvantage. And I think they were just always scared to initiate, because again, I don't want to harp on it too much, but I feel like the Sven not having Blink Dagger, it does complicate your ability to initiate. So much damage. And Roshan's up. Look at that. Yeah, this is where you've lost 2 racks on creep wave. So if you hadn't lost a racks, then running into his pretty chill. But Hanch is already, you know, trying to push out these 2 waves. But you see here, like, collapses by the tier 2. Spirit just isn't in position to take this fight. And this is the perfect showcase of how much damage a Sven can do. And it is why it is so strong right now. Look at that. That's like a, what's my blind? Is that 12 or 1700 crit? That was a big old crit. I can't see. I'm an old man. But either way, that Phoenix 100 to 0. Yes. it could be look pretty cute. Does the heal work on the creeps as well, or is it only heroes that the heal works on? Oh, healed 50% on creeps. Okay, yep. Yep. Oh, wow.
Помогите!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, the fact that you know, Sven doesn't have buyback there. If you click on the Sven, he did actually decide to go for the blink at the very end, but the fight setup here from Creep, it's just a little bit too late. And now you're gonna see TSpirit just kind of walking on in with there. It's like it's an unkillable troll at this point.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
And then you can buy the axe as well to dispel things, and then, you know, yeah, there's so much more room for Spirit to grow here, but they don't need that as they hit the final racks here. Creep wave, they are going to be able to somewhat deal with mega creeps if Spirit decides to, you know, show them some respect here and back out. Because after this mega creeps, they should just be looking to go for Roshan, but Creep wave. Look at that!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's good. Yeah. Okay. I mean, there it is. When you finally get the item, it's going to do work. He's now slaying the game. Well, against the die heroes. Look, it's so good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just run him down.
Triple kill!
It is a start, and the main thing here is Spirit. They're not going to be able to contest Roche exactly, right? Like, that respawned as just before Spirit was even looking to go for the tier 3's top, and now they're in that position where they're going to have to give it away. Like, there's no way they're going to buy back here and try and fight, because suddenly if they lose that fight again, being only at best 3v4, 3v5, this should just be a free Roshan if they bring all the heroes. He's struggling.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're a little bit, yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Sven instantly chomps it, yeah. He's like, that's my, no, sorry. That's the thing with Dota, right? Core's instantly like, yeah, my shard's the best. I'm the core. But to be fair though, yeah, I think in this game, you do want to have some more stuns, and of course the shard on Sven does reduce that cooldown by 4, so that's going to be pretty good. You're right, that's the same argument as look when Nick's assassin used to break on Vendetta. It was very good. No. In what world does the Nyx assassin get to right click the bristleback to get the kill? Same thing with the Omni Knight. Now, Cat, now. Yeah, it's sad. That was such a good build, like Echo Saber, S and Y. Oh.
Radiant are scanning.
And like, in what world does a support right-click the hero? Like, he has to play Aether Lens range. Oh. And an A on it, yeah. If anything, this is Valve teasing, right? They're teasing. It's like, you want to be a core, huh? Yeah, you want to be a core? You want to do some a little less damage? Like, Mage Slayer was a terrible item. You know why? Because people don't stick on a target and, you know, prevent that damage. The concept of, like, reducing damage isn't good if it's, like, forced into a single right-click on a long cooldown. Like, that's, yeah. Oh, well. Poor Omni Knight. Your shard did get slaughtered. But there is a play where Anti-Mage and Omni, they could all stack it up on one hero. Wow, that would be crazy. And then the other 4 heroes just kill you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, but and the main reason because of that is if you look at all the items across Spirit, right? You got Collapse with the BKB, the Nullify. Like he's happy. He can play the rest of the game. Mira's got that refresher, so as long as he gets the first egg off, he's going to be able to get the second. Because Creepwave doesn't really have the egg hitter outside of maybe a Queen of Pain. Like, you know, the Wind Waker, they are, you know, they're kitted out to play the game. The reason why it's so close is because Creepwave has showcased when the Sven gets the Blink Dagger, they get the jump, when they have the good vision at their base specifically, they're gonna hunt, they're gonna be able to blow up Spirit. And of course, I think Spirit played a little bit relaxed where Collapsed. He's died a couple of times now by himself, so we commended them early on in their methodical execution, but after you take 2 racks, you get a little bit sloppy, you get a bit comfortable. It does give that small window, but for sure, this is still very much Spirit's game, and they can do whatever they want. Creepwave, they have to hope that Spirit once again kind of run up high ground without the cohesiveness that they've shown earlier on. Just trying to check, you know the neutral item, the cap on Mars, is that also dispellable? Or is that separate instance where it's just like you get status resistance as not a buff per se? It just kind of adds to your actual stats. So that'd be interesting because like Sven and all these heroes have dispels already built into their heroes now. Also, fun fact. Does have buyback. Yeah, this is pretty much, you know, Spirit's game now. It's just try and find a hero that's just on the edge of the step, get the kill, reset. Maybe a player gets a little bit antsy, instantly buys back, go, fight, fight, we can do it. But yeah, discipline from ATF there, not doing that. Oh, yeah, still works. Cheeky mega creeps. Yeah, very nice. Oh, he's going for a Mjolnir and QOP. That is like the default. Oh gosh, we're going to smoke creeps. Let's buy ourselves some wave clear. And they smoke out. I think I'd always just go for the Ravage stun. Unless I'm some weird hybrid physical damage, I think it's hard to go for the left-hand one.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Triple kill!
You never get away from the troll. Give him the rampage!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under
Too long.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It doesn't count. Sorry. Didn't get a rampage. And you know that style, like collapsing perfectly, he's spearing for the rampage. You're like, mate, go get it. You got this cheat. Doesn't get it. Unfortunately, no rampage for Yatoro, but Spirit. Clean game overall. You know, they greed it up. There was a final little bit of